you can have this entire set operating in a matter of just a few minutes, really.
Hi guys, Brett here from Hearns.
And Marlin.
And today we are going to be unboxing a new Kato M2.
That's it. Master 2 set.
A Master 2 set?
Yeah.
Obviously I don't know what I'm doing, that's why Marlin's here. Jump in, Marlin, let's have a look.
That's alright. Well, this is a starter set
Yep.
by Kato. This is an N-gauge set, and it uses their UNITRACK.
UNITRACK.
Track system.
And what does UNITRACK mean?
So UNITRACK is it's like a proprietary design that Kato came up with. And what it is it's a track system that's really, really easy to set up and to use. The road bed is incorporated into the track, and there's a clip system that uses unijoiners.
So you don't have to solder it?
No soldering. So the idea is that this track is really easy to set up and take apart over and over and over again. These joiners stay nice and tight. You get good electrical conductivity. So if you're somebody who doesn't have the space for a permanent layout, but you love playing with trains, or if you haven't quite set on an idea for a permanent layout and you want to make changes on the fly and make adjustments really easily, or if you just hate soldering, a lot of people do, this is a really good option, especially for
But you can attach this to a base, can't you?
You could.
And keep it permanent.
Absolutely you
And
could.
You can expand it.
That's the idea. There's a huge range of track pieces within this range. It's a very expansive range, and we stock all of them here at Hearns Hobbies. And yeah.
Let's have a look. So we've got some, shows us on the back here, and it's quite a nice box. So this is what we're getting into, the Master 2, M2.
That's right.
So it's nearly 2.1 meters long.
Yep.
And we've got 750 millimeters wide.
Yeah, so it's a good size oval. It's not a small track at all. And then you've got the passing siding here. So you have two powered turnouts.
Two?
So, yeah. So we'll show a bit later in the video how they work. But there's actually switches that electronically control the turnouts. You can, with the flip of a switch, you can choose which direction your train is going to go.
And you can get a sound box.
That's right. I've got one of those. It's great.
What?
Yeah, we'll have to look at that in more detail in the future.
And these are extra add-ons. So
Yeah.
V1 all the way through to V6.
So they call them variation sets.
Yep.
And the idea is that it adds, I guess, variety to your layout. They're designed to go on the master sets. This is the more sophisticated one. It's larger and has those two turnouts. There's an M1, which is just a basic oval.
Yep.
But the idea is that these different variation sets can be added. You can see combinations of different suggested layouts and how you can incorporate them into a layout if you have a set like this. Of course, you have a lot of creative freedom to arrange things as you want, but it's really nice that they've considered lots of different ways you can incorporate these sets together. Really
Let's check it out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's jump in. Which end do you want?
That end seems fine to me.
Alright, you jump in this end.
I'll grab it. One thing that's nice about these boxes is they have a little handle on top.
Yeah, you got a racket already?
No, not at all. You gotta push
Where are
the
you
handle.
going to carry it?
You gotta push the handle in. I'm just gonna pull this straight up.
Go on.
There we go. Good work.
That was a bit much, wasn't it?
Look at that. That is very, very satisfying for my OCD.
Why?
Because look how neat and tidy that is. Like, there's so much attention to
Did you
detail.
say it's Japanese?
It is.
Well, there's very good reason, isn't it? They're known for their quality and concise arrangements and packing.
Well, let's remove the lid. This is a pretty good representation of what's in here, but we can start pulling some of these pieces out and having a look.
I want to pull it all out.
Oh, we will.
Oh, look, there's wires on it.
So that's a turnout.
Oh, this is the powered turnout.
That's right.
And there's no soldering here either.
No. So the motor that drives the turnout one way or the other, left or right, is actually built into the road bed.
Yep, and it's just plug and play.
Plug and play. So there's no big bulky point motors that stick out underneath. And that just plugs into, these are the
And
controls.
being Japanese electronics, I bet they're reliable.
So this
What
is
are these?
This is what controls the turnouts, left or right.
Oh my lord, I feel like I'm playing with a real train.
So that plug that you were looking at
Yeah,
on the turnout plugs into the back of this.
fantastic. And power obviously goes in here.
Yeah,
And these join together.
they do.
So you can stack them up.
You can effectively have, like, I'm sure there might be a technical limit, but a pretty much an infinite number. However many turnouts you have, you just keep buying these, and they piggyback off of each other. And they, I'll bring out the control system. They piggyback off of this on this side, so you can go ahead and attach it to that if you want.
We are basically building a train set as we speak.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a lot of thought or a lot of effort to make it work.
I tell you what, that control feels really nice.
So these are my preferred. This is a DC or an analog set. So it's your traditional DC voltage. As you increase the throttle, you increase the voltage to the track. And this is my favorite power pack.
Yep.
Of this design. And one of the things I like is that the just the nature of how the throttle feels. Like it's really smooth. It's not clunky. Like
No.
it's got weight to it.
It doesn't just feel like a rheostat or a pot meter, does it?
No.
Like I said, it feels weighted, like there's something actually mechanical behind it.
That's right. And even the directional control has a satisfying click to it. So forward and reverse or neutral.
Satisfying click.
Yeah,
I like
satisfying click. And of course that just plugs into the wall. We've got our Australian spec power pack in here.
I should hope so.
Yep.
Put that
You'd
to
be
the side.
surprised.
Really? Some of them don't come in.
Manufacturers, yeah.
What have we got here? What's this part?
So that's called a re-railer track.
A re-railer.
So if you have a loco or a bit of rolling stock where maybe a wheel has come off the track but it's still being dragged along, the idea of this is that it will actually help guide that back.
So do you incorporate this into your layout?
Yeah, I don't personally, but this also doubles as a crossing for vehicles. So there should be ramps for it. Maybe they're underneath this bit of track. We'll find them. But yeah, these are ramps. They go on either side of the crossing, and because the track is raised from the surface level, that's why they have these ramps that they've given you. So you can make this effectively like a graded crossing for pedestrians or cars. So that's really cool. Plus it has the added bonus of helping keep things on the track properly.
And look at the quality here. Obviously it's just a plastic,
Yeah.
a plastic resin,
Mm-hmm.
but it's really well textured. It's not just coloured, is it? Like it's
It's
almost like a pumice feeling, or it's quite very much textured.
Well, it's meant to simulate the ballast, and they have given it there's a nice color and textural variety to the way it looks. It's not just a shiny bit of plastic. In fact, it doesn't actually have sheen on it at all. It's quite flat, just like it would be in real life. I know that it is a single molded piece, and they must obviously have a paint or printing machine that gives it that finish, and then they apply the rails over the top of it. Do you want to?
Well, I think that's about all the interesting stuff that we can pull out of it, isn't it?
I mean, the rest of it.
Got all the plugs, the power plugs. All the rest of it is just clicking together a train set.
That's it. I mean, unfortunately, it's too big to fit on our table.
Yeah.
Being 2 meters by 2 meters long by 3/4 of a meter in depth.
That's right.
But if you'd like to, we could demonstrate how well these pieces of track go together. I don't know if you've actually spent much time with the UNITRACK before. Why don't you give that a go and see what you think of the experience?
I can't say that I've ever put one together before. Am I doing it right?
It is. It's good to have it on a flat surface to push them together on a table.
It clicked.
There you go. It clicked.
And there's no movement there at all.
No, it's very tight join. You could pick that up even and.
Wow. Really nice. And how do you go about taking it apart?
Just pull it apart.
Really? Like so?
Yeah.
I can see why they're so popular.
Yeah.
You know, they're really good running.
So set up and take down can be done. This set you could put together just following the instructions very quickly, and you could have this entire set operating in a matter of just a few minutes, really. And if you want to change the arrangement, or if you've added extra track pieces, it's just a matter of, putting it together, click, when you're done, or you want to put it away, just take it apart.
And put it all in the box.
Yeah, and put it all in the box. So it's really great for the non-permanent railway modeler.
Yeah.
Even if you're not, and you just want a good, reliable track system that minimizes the amount of track laying work that needs to be done, or soldering, this is also a good option as well.
Yeah, well, you can make it permanent.
I've seen a lot of really beautifully detailed layouts that utilize UNITRACK, and it's convinced me for my own layout that it's the best track option for me. So.
Fantastic, Marlin.
Excellent.
All right, well, thanks for having a look with us, guys. That was the Kato Master 2 set.
Yep.
And we did a bit of an unboxing.
That's it, yep.
And we're from Hearns Hobbies, and thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.